Welcome back to Let's Play Minecraft. Here I am in my bedroom, sun rising over there in what I can only presume to be the east. Between episodes I went into the nether. You probably can't see it, but there's a bit of glowstone under here, which will solve my middle of the room being dark problems, I think. So yeah, I went to the nether to gather lots and lots of nether quartz, which I'm going to need for the pool. I've got a fair amount so far. I don't know if that's going to be enough. But the great thing about mining nether quartz is you also get a lot of experience as well in the process. So I was able to go back to my Season 1 house, use the enchanting facilities there. And as you can see, I've now got a much nicer fortune pickaxe than what I had before. So I'll be able to start going crazy, mining all the diamonds I come across and such like things like that. As you may have noticed, there's a few little blocks of sand out. I've started planning how I'm going to divide this large room into two. So I'm thinking this will sort of be the entrance doorway to this section here, and then there'll be sort of solid walls along here to split it from the room that faces the water, and then there'll be a kind of little a glass wall across there. What I'm going to try and do is sort of try and maintain these sight lines along the length of the building where I can. So yeah, again, here's sort of this stepped wall again. I'm not sure if well, it's quite narrow here, so I can't cut it through there. So yeah, this is going to be the shape for the rooms, and then down here is going to be the corridor going through from the front to the back. Now I think I probably need to get some cobblestone cooking because I'm going to need a little bit of stone for building. So let me just get that started. I've also done myself some baked potatoes as well. Yum yum. So in this episode, I'm planning on starting on, well, probably finishing as well, the staircase that will lead up to my kind of little exit on the roof. Now, my original build that I'm basing this on, which was the world that I rage deleted in 2010, the kind of, there wasn't exactly a tower up on the top. It was just a sort of very small glass dome for peering. I think in this one I'm going to try and do something a little bit more impressive because obviously I've got my carrot farm still up there. I think I'm planning on keeping that. So I think maybe a good place to build the staircase would be sort of here-ish heading up. I think I'll go with that. So I've got a little bit of stone to be starting with, but let's see. I'm gonna definitely want some stone stairs, and I'm gonna want something to support that. Well, probably more stone stairs. Okay, let's make a whole heap of stone stairs then. There we go, 36 stone stairs. I think that's enough to get started with. So yeah, the staircase is going to go sort of starting from here, and I'll put some stone blocks on the underside to keep things looking tidy. That's not quite what I wanted. And then on the top there, and then we need to start heading skywards. So yeah, by having it along this orientation, it means that it doesn't break the line of sight along the length of the building, which I'm trying to preserve. If I'd had it going across there, then it would have been a bit more of an obstruction. Whereas here it's just kind of blocking that. And I might make this a solid wall anyway. I'm also going to want a new staircase going down to the mine, so that might go perpendicular there. Because yeah, that's going to be solid wall, and this is going to be the sort of the door entrance to this, maybe. Or maybe I'll have the staircase going down sort of here perhaps, or here. I don't know. For now, I'm just thinking about the going up. So we need to give ourselves some headroom here. And let's see if I bump into the underside of the carrot farm. It's entirely plausible. Okay, I'm getting some dirt. Will it be a farm? Will it be water? I think I will keep it straight, though. Yeah, let's go with straight for now. And I do kind of want my fortune pick. I don't want to waste any of that coal. Oh, there we go. I've just about managed to avoid the farm. How handy. However, I am now right close to the edge of this building, which isn't really ideal either. I mean, really, it would have been quite nice to have the tower on this spot here. So maybe actually turning this thing around once we get above the level of the ceiling would be a good idea. Let's experiment with that a bit. Let's get up to sort of this level and then turn. Oh yeah, there we go. That brings me up exactly where I want to be. I think I'll go with that. So yeah, it's just got a little hairpin down here, and I'll block off this. So then I'm going to want some sort of little shed type thing. I call it a shed. I'm going to make something much more impressive. It doesn't want to be too tall a tower, but just some little room with a suitable exit. However, I do want to make sure that all of this is blocked off so that anything that might spawn up there tonight isn't going to be coming in and giving me trouble. So I'm going to make this a fairly big kind of room. The single width staircase isn't an awful lot, but I think I can work with it. So let's get some wood for a nice floor. Okay, so I don't want this to feel too cramped. I'm actually quite close to an edge here as well. Such is the nature of these sorts of things. Let's plonk one piece of stone brick there, just so we're not transitioning straight from stone brick into wood. And then, yeah, let's make some sort of floor around all this. Okay, so here we go. This leads up to a sort of a 5x5 platform. I'll tidy up all this stuff down here at some point later. However, I will need to think about headroom, so maybe it actually wants to extend a bit further back. Let's go for 7 blocks. Right, here we go. A 5x7 platform. This is quite different for me. I'm normally very fussy about making sure that things are perfectly symmetrical, the same length as width and all that. So it's a bit of a departure. Let's try popping a nice little brick wall around it. Let's leave space for a door just there. And we don't need to pop that on the edge. We don't want to make it too square. There we go. It's seeming a little bit lower than the farm. So maybe I need to lower the farm as well. That's certainly doable. So there's going to be a door heading out here. It's actually quite big. I suppose what could I have done? I could have maybe rotated the stairs again. If I rotate the stairs again for this last bit, I can shave 2 off the side there. You know what? I think it's acceptable for it to be this size. Okay, let's think about how I'm going to build this up. And what I'm going to use for windows. Should I go for glass? I suppose I've got a lot of glass down below, so it'll look a bit weird if I don't. All right, let's make a door frame. So that's going to go across there. Yeah, let's go and grab some panes of glass, get them in. That'll help me to figure out what I'm doing next. All right, let's slap these in the obvious places. And yeah, I don't want this to be too big. It's not intended to really dominate the landscape. Though, it's going to be very squat if I don't make it quite large. Maybe I could go for a real kind of crazy asymmetry. Make it really slope. So let me see, which side should be lowest? I suppose that side, maybe low on this side and then sort of rising up onto that side. Yeah, let's give that a whirl. Okay, so let's cap this side off. And in fact, rather than using blocks, we want to use stairs for this. Let's get the slope started. Yeah, I might need a little bit more of this stuff. So I think what I might do to keep the underside not looking too chunky, I'm going to use birchwood planks instead. Let's go and top up on materials. I think I need to go and harvest some birch as well. Using my handy new bridge to get across to my birch farm. Very convenient. I recommend that everyone get one. This also gives me the opportunity to check out that little hut from a distance, and yeah, once that gets taller, it'll get up to about that height. Yeah, that's going to look fairly interesting. That's going to look pretty cool. All right, we need to replant all these birches. Okay, so there's the big sloping roof, and it looks a little big. I'm thinking maybe that's not actually what I wanted. Maybe I just wanted... Yeah, I think I just want slabs. I think I've totally overcooked the pudding. It's all coming down. Sigh. Of course, one of the downsides to trying these things out and it not working is you then find you've wasted a whole lot of materials building heaps of stone brick stairs that you're not going to use. But, you know, maybe I'll find an opportunity to use them some other time. Right, okay, take 2. Let's try it again, but this time with slabs. A much more steady slope will be as a result. There we go. That is a much more reasonable level of slope. Still need to think about how I'm going to end it off, which is why I've just filled in the middle. But yeah, for now, yeah, now we can have a big sort of picture window on this side. It's all coming together nicely. All right, let's slap some more glass in then. Maybe I should use up some of these some of these stone brick stairs by making them part of the facade. What would happen if I popped it here, for example? Then the glass won't attach to it, so that's not ideal either. Yeah, I'm going to have to go up and smelt some more stuff. Well, so it bees. Okay, so if these just go straight up, then I think that will give us a nice solid effect to complete the front of the building. Yeah, let's just take a little peek from that direction. It kind of looks a bit like a mask of some sort, like a bit like Kylo Ren. or a stormtrooper or something like that. Well, it might look a bit different once I've got a door in here. Let's plant a piece of wood down here anyway to show our intent. And we'll need a small amount of lighting as well. One over the door, and I'll think of something. And yeah, I just need to figure out how to do these ends. So I suppose I could, let's try completing the slab thing. I'm sure I had, there they are. Okay, so assuming I do decide to continue the slabs to the end, like that, I'm then going to want something nice and solid for the glass to attach to. So that can sensibly go there. And then, yeah, if I pop a slab there, will a glass pane slot nicely in here? It will. That's good. Okay, but it won't slot nicely in here. That will have to be a solid block. So I can alternate solid blocks and slabs. Maybe. Let's try it. Looks fairly good. Just need to figure out how to do the front. And to be honest, I think we've got enough glass. So let's replace them with blocks. And that's a nice... Yes, it's one of those shapes that'll leave people really wondering what it all means. And yeah, it feels nice and solid, and there's weird lighting glitches, but you know, they're par for the course. Right, let's see if we can replicate it on the other side. I think it's done. I'm not entirely sure I like it. This kind of gap in here and there spoils everything, but if I replace that with stone steps or something, then I'm not going to get the nice clean glass. So the alternative would be replacing that and that, both with stone blocks. Well, we could try it out, I suppose. Well, I'll leave it asymmetric. I'll try both sides, see what I think. All I need now is a door for this. Let's get that sorted. Got some oak doors left over from the previous episode. Let's use that. It's the best door I've got at the moment. Plop that there. I'm going to need a path of some sort out here, because this is all just weird and steppy, leading around to the farm here. I think this entire farm needs to be moved down a level and a little bit further away from the building. And we need a bit more platform out here. I mean, if I grab this dirt, for example, I think at the very least I need something like that. And then maybe there'll be a little sort of railing. In fact, that would be quite nice. Step out of here onto a little... Make it even bigger. Yeah, step out onto that, and then there'll be a railing at the edge, and I can choose to go that way around to the farm. So again, I'll need to pad this out a bit more so I can get to the farm without troubles. Something like that, and when the grass grows in, that'll look quite sensible. I mean, that's a bit steep, but I can figure out something to make that look plausible. Okay. It's a bit lacking in shape at the front. Let me see, I've still got some stone brick stairs. Maybe if I put an overhang on the top, then it's going to look even more like a stormtrooper helmet. Oh, that does leave me in a pickle. Well, I can always do something with these corners. I used cobblestone pillars for the enchanting table. If I chucked a random slab or three in here, would that make things look more sensible or less? Yeah, it's all right. I suppose it could have been a little bit more petite. It didn't need to be this big, but it gives it something substantial feeling. Got some places to plonk torches back there. That's good. So we're all set for lighting, and there's some stuff here that needs tidying. This, for example, should probably be... I suppose I could use up some of these stone brick stairs there. That makes more sense. But yeah, lots of stuff here needs tidying up. All these exposed blocks. Let's see, what have I got? I've got not much. Well, stuff's cooking up. Stuff's cooking up. But all this dirt's got to go. Yeah, let's go and grab some more stone, and then let's replace this dirt. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at the finished article. So we have a staircase here, nicely finished, no nasty blocks exposed apart from this coal, which I might leave there just for character. And then on up to this little thing, we have the door. We'll put some sort of nice path out here. We can look at the llamas and the farm, which will be relocated in some way. And yeah, this is satisfactory. And this will also give me something to look out for. If I go on a long sea voyage, then this will be like my kind of lighthouse. So maybe I want to use some glowstone to build a sort of awesome spire. Or maybe, well, to be honest, actually, these lights out here on the edge of the farm, that will act as a similar function. And that has been something I've been thinking about, actually. This needs some sort of path around it, maybe. Another thing I've got in mind, which I'll tell you about now, is some sort of boat landing. So I'm going to have some, well, dear, well, that was fine, wasn't it? Yeah, there'll be a little entrance for boats. Not quite sure where to put it. And I also need to make sure it doesn't interfere with this pond here. But maybe coming in underneath the farm down there, you could sort of, yeah, a little tunnel that goes in there. And then that brings you into a sort of underground boat landing area. And you can then make your way up the stairs to here. So yeah, this little section here I consider done. Might mean I need to make a solid wall here, but that's okay. I don't mind 1 or 2 solid walls, especially the ones that are running along the length of the building so they don't interfere with the sight lines. That's fine. And yeah, this goes up and takes me to the top, which was one of my important requirements for this build, to satisfy the need that it is very heavily influenced by that first Minecraft world I ever had back in 2010, which I so regrettably rage deleted. And yeah, this is not even remotely like the thing that I built on the top of the hill back then. The thing I built on the top of the hill back then was just a little dome of glass. It was rubbish. It didn't even use glass panes because you didn't have glass panes. This door, don't like it. We need something. We need something out here. And we've got the space to do it, so we can do it, and we're going to do it right now. So there's going to be a step there, and oh no, already I don't like this. Well, let's go with it. Step there, slab on the top, there, and oh, I'm falling. Down I go, and then blocks of some sort here. Is that better? It makes it look even snoutier, and now it's looking a bit like a grey pig. Oh. Well, it's going to stay because I've made a grey pig. What have I done? What have I done, llama? So thank you very much for watching this episode. I hope you like what I've made. And it's all starting to take shape. I think next on the agenda, I've definitely got to make some stairs down to the mine. That's not going to be a terribly interesting thing, so I might do that off camera once I've decided where it's going to go. I want some doorways for these corridors. Need to decide exactly how they go as well. I need to fit in with this slope, but you know, I'll figure that out. So yeah, actually, assuming I have the doorway here into this room, it would make sense to have the staircase going down on this side, or on this side, or here, or there. You see what I mean? There's just too many options. I'm overwhelmed with it. But this is where I'm going to end this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and do please tune in next time to see how this build progresses. Bye-bye.